This is a Ford Fiesta 1.5 TDCi titanium. It's the 3-door, so it's a sporty looking one, the one that we're always asked for. 2014 on a 14 plate. It has a full service history, although it's been serviced by the owner. I'll show you in a short while. Car's done 48,396 miles. Fuel economy 64.2 urban, extra urban is 85.6, and combined 76.3. 0 to 60 time of 13.5 seconds and a top speed of 104 miles per hour out of a 74 brake horsepower engine. It will have a MOT on it from the 30th of this month, so it'll be till the 29th of March 2019, and it's free road tax, unsurprisingly, with fuel economy figures like 85.6. That really is incredible. Great looking car. It's bright blue metallic, and I'm not sure, I think it might be called something like deep impact blue, but I might be imagining that. So it's a metallic blue, and it's got grey cloth with kind of a zigzag pattern, built up sports seats, very, very comfortable. And just get a bit further away. Now I'll show you the service history. It's the first time we've come across this, but pre-delivery inspection in 2014, and then in February 2015 at 12681, Motors Colville Limited, and then 25th of the 1st 2016, again Motors Colville at 22789. And we go over the page. 31st of the 3rd 2017 at 35,407, full service at Staff's Test Centre. And then less than a month later, now Banks did used to buy a lot of Ford cars, so I'm assuming they've bought it and they've also done a service, so it was serviced twice within a month at 36,010. That was just an oil service, so full service, and it's had the oil changed again there. Then we go on to something we've just come across here, owner service with genuine parts. So obviously, if you buy all a service kit from Ford, they will stamp the book to say that you're going to service it yourself, and that was done on the 28th of the 1st 2018 at 47,115. So I think they've possibly got carried away because it's a scheduled maintenance record, service record. I think they've perhaps got too many pages, but still prefer this to the stupid digital service histories you have these days. You can't beat a service book with stamps in, and that's a great idea from Ford as well. If you want to service the car yourself, they'll give you a stamp just to prove it's been done and that you bought the parts from Ford. So good idea, Ford. I'll just take you for a ride in it. Make sure everything's switched on. I managed to do a test drive yesterday without two of my cameras switched on, so here we go. Great little cars, drive great, look great, and everything you could possibly need in here. It will have Bluetooth, and I'm pretty sure it will have audio streaming. I'll test that when we get back and show you how to do it. It's got air con. Little cars in the old days used to be few and far between, with power steering and air con. Of course, it's all pretty much standard these days, but lovely sports steering wheel, multifunction steering wheel with your phone controls and volume controls for your radio on the left, and cruise control on the right. You've got, now I think, yeah, we've got, that's unusual for a small car. We've got folding door mirrors, power folding door mirrors. Let's just flip that over. Electric ones, electric operation. Both of them work. We've got a heated front screen, which I always say should be standard in all cars. It's a great feature, very, very handy in the winter. And you never see Ford drivers looking through a little letterbox on the windscreen. All the windscreen's always clear. Should be standard. Great idea. Got front central armrest with storage there, 2 cup holders. Got a power socket here with rather than again the stupid plugs that pull out and get lost, and then you've got a cigarette lighter hole in your gear tunnel. This has a folding flap on a spring. Next to that, auxiliary in, and next to that, USB in. Diesel engines, really, really good. Give plenty of low end torque, so pull away from low gears. Don't rev as high as a petrol engine, but to be fair, you don't need to, and that's how you get the longevity and also the fuel economy. And of course the emissions are so good. Everybody's moaning about emissions on diesels, but the emissions on this is so good that the road tax is free. Diesel's also a lubricant as well, so your engine lasts longer than the petrol. It would appear to be the natural choice of fuel to me, but what do I know? So CD radio, it does have Bluetooth hands-free. And very comfortable to drive, very quiet. Yep, windscreen wipers all good. Rear wiper works too. Try the electric windows. Passengers okay. Seats holding you in place as you go around corners. Yep, driver's side works great. Really good gearboxes in Fords. Very, very slick. Nice light clutch. Lights have changed here, so I'll just test the height and reach adjustable steering wheel. So yeah, height, reach, it's probably never been moved since the day the car was bought. Handbrake nice and tight as well. Side and the headlights on the right. Click the indicator away from you for main beam, or pull it towards you to flash. Great engine, this Ford diesel. Brakes in a nice straight line. I'm thinking No, that's okay. I thought it was pulling to the right a little bit. It could be the tyre pressure. It could be tracking. One of the things I would like to see, if the owners do service them themselves, is if they made a note of the type of oil they use. It is quite important in a diesel, especially for cars with DPF filters, because they do get clogged up if you use the wrong oil, and it can become a problem. Considerate lorry driver there letting us out. I thought this chap would pull out, but no. So 70 miles an hour, just over 2,000 revs. On switch in the middle there, set, off, cancel or resume, and set minus. So you can increase your speed just clicking that top button there, like so, or decrease it by knocking the bottom button. To knock it down a bit. Nippy little car. So 70 miles an hour, nice and quiet, no vibrations through the steering wheel at all, no growls from anywhere or rattles. Nice quiet car. This one's also got, I'm led to believe anyway, a body kit, a factory fitted body kit on, which involves a front and rear bumper spoiler, or additions to the bumper around the bottom, and also side skirts. Again, discrete side skirts, not like something you'd see on, I don't know, Fast and Furious. Got the front and rear heated screens there, and digital display, air conditioning, automatic, climate control auto mode on. Just very, very nicely finished Fords. And I think I'd have to say, out of the bread and butter cars, I think Fords probably drive the best, and certainly I think the gearboxes are the best. Ford very kindly invited me to a track day at Cholmondeley, the pageant of power. They put me up in a hotel and took me to Cholmondeley Castle. Unfortunately, it was free champagne. and I felt dreadful the next day, so I didn't get to drive, or I could have driven the new Fiesta ST around the track there, but I felt worse for wear. I could do with some more invites if Ford are watching. Their hospitality is certainly second to none. I'm not just saying that the gearboxes and everything are great either, because they invite me to things. It's the truth. A few other manufacturers invite me as well. So we've got a little fuel computer in the centre there, rev counter to the left, speedo to the right, fuel gauge at the bottom, and at the top we've got a fuel computer. That's showing how many miles before you need to fill up. Average miles per gallon, instantaneous miles per gallon. Got a nice piano black finish around the radio, and also the climate control and on the gear tunnel. Electric window switches here on the passenger door card. Excellent handling. Height adjustable seat here, just jacks up and down. Really is a nice car, great colour combination. think this is probably the first reasonable run this car's been for a good while. So I certainly won't do it any harm. Quite a nice car in front, a Lexus RX 450h. We've just sold one. I used it for a while. A hybrid. But it's still only got probably half as many miles to the gallon as this does. Range Rover Evoque convertible there, nice looking thing. It's also just as it came in. We haven't cleaned it yet. As you can see, it's pretty immaculate inside. Showing there 67.1 average miles to the gallon.